he's not too bad. There's always a few walking wounded here on a Sunday morning, of course. Right, Andy Houghton ready to go at the back there. That means we're good to go at the front. Watch the lights is the cry. So, lights are red, lights go out, the engines roar away, and we're racing. Everybody safely off the line, and looks like pole position's got the jump there, I think. What are you seeing from your perspective there, Rick? Anything?
Well, I was busy, to be honest, watching Andy Houghton get away, because it's fascinating. You know, they just hold him up just enough, and then lights change, bang, off he goes.
Yep.
And he cuts his way up the inside towards the first corner. Impressive stuff.
No, it is very impressive stuff, isn't it? Because he's literally using his hands. He can't particularly move his body on the bike, as you know, we're all taught to do, and things like that. So it is purely using his hands. Very much California Superbike school.
Do you know if he's got like a hydraulic shifter or something?
Yeah, he has for the gears.
Yeah,
so it's all done with finger power and things like that. There's a massive air bottle on it. Yeah, it's all very clever stuff. It really is. And it's a TL1000S that he's using, which is not the most popular bike of choice, but hey, it gives us a little bit of variety in this class, which is, well, known for its variety at the end of the day. So everybody's safely down through Redgate and the Craner curves, certainly not hearing much on the radio and seeing anything on the screens as they come down into the Fogarty S's for the first time. Everybody being careful not to cut corners, because as we know, cutting corners will earn you a penalty. And let's have a look. Oh yeah, we got a couple of jumpers yesterday, actually. Go down into the hairpin for the first time. We got a 10-second penalty for the number 4 machine. That was Hayden Kilworth. He got a 10-second penalty for a jump start. And the number 58 machine, James Sheehan, he picked up a penalty of 3 seconds for the track limit this morning. So they are being very careful today, as over the line for the first time in his nice new RST suit, which he purchased from Sports Bike Shop in Harlow, coincidentally enough. Twice. Is Adam Jameson. So Adam is into the lead, and I think he wants the 25 points here. And the good news to him is he's got Toby Finnis in second, who's holding off James Fern, the first of his rivals. Travis Rooker, though, second of the twins, right behind Fern. So he came across the line. Logan Stone, he's into the mix as well. He's definitely a championship contender this year. And then it's Ben Brown, third of the twins. So 3 twins, 3 Thunderbike Sports is your top 6. Morgan Creasy, pole position. Well, that didn't work out so well for him, really, because he's dropped 6 places on the opening lap and comes across the line in 7th place. But we do know that Morgan is very good at punching his way through and getting his way back up there. I wouldn't be surprised to see him on the overall podium.
He certainly did that a lot yesterday.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Sheehan's up next, James Sheehan there, and then it's Hayden Kilworth leading the battle of the Kilworths, with Mark Biswell between Hayden and his brother Jordan. Another one of Sports Bike Shop Harlow's customers. There we go. Nice new shiny boots on his hoofs this weekend. Swift, McLennan, Smith, Melbourne May, and Ransom make up the rest of the top 15 as we come down towards the
front 4 breakaway to a degree. A little gap between them and 5th there. Morgan Creasy's going up the inside to take that 5th place.
Yeah. I think Morgan will make that gang of 4 a gang of 5. Very sure he'll do. That was Logan Stone. I think he just passed down there. So Logan gets relegated as the leaders make their way up towards Goddard's for the second of 7 times. And it is still Jamison leading the way from Finnis with Fern and then Rooker. Now here's Creasy. So Creasy's come across the line. He's a little bit of a deficit. So it's,
with the fastest lap.
1:40.328. Yeah, 1.3 seconds behind Rooker. So let's see how quickly he can close that gap. Jameson is the fastest man in the second sector there. So there's definitely a quicker time out there that he had, but obviously this is only the first of the flying laps, and there's lots more of those to come as well. Everybody putting in PBs. So everybody making it across the line so far as well. Or we had 30 riders start the race, and we still got 30 riders in the race, which is all good news. And there we go. So we're talking about back markers. So we see Eilbeck come across the line now, and that puts him a long way behind the leaders by about 40 seconds after only a couple of laps. So I think we
for the end there.
Yeah, I definitely think we're going to be seeing some back marker shuffling going on here. Let's hope that doesn't trip up too many people. But when you've got a gang of 5 who are going to be approaching us very shortly, and that close, that back marker can make all the difference, can't they? Well, it's still a gang of 4, actually. I'm surprised that Morgan hasn't closed that gap right down.
I think they've concertinaed together a little bit, those 4. They were a little bit bigger gaps earlier.
They were, weren't they? Let's have a look at the lapse times when they come round. Logan Stone looks like he's just getting dropped a little bit. I was wondering if he'd be able to take the fight straight back to Morgan, but doesn't appear to be able to do so right now.
Yeah, the pole man from yesterday, Logan, wasn't he?
He was indeed,
he's not managed to find that practice form, so maybe bike's not quite where it was, you know, that kind of thing.
Over the line they go then, and it is still 1.3 the deficit for Creasy. I'm genuinely surprised by that, but the pace ahead of him I think has picked up. It was Rooker this time with the fastest second sector, and lots of PBs in the second sector for everybody, so I think everybody's just lifted their skirts up a little bit there and got their sprint on. A little bit of a change back a bit further there as Kilworth J goes past on Swift. And Rooker went past on Fern as well, actually. I just noticed that too. Sorry, two personal
bests in the front 4, so that they had closed up and they had like managed to make that gap to Creasy stay the same, or maybe it stayed exactly the same, to be fair.
Yeah, it has, isn't it? A little bit further down, we're seeing somebody go dropping down. A bit of chatter on the radio there, so that looks like Oakley who's dropping down the field a bit, and Matt Cham has got some markers. He come into the pits or something, I'm not quite sure. But Cham, unfortunately, on that unique Ducati. Don't you get too many Ducati monsters in the field, do we?
Oh, right, yeah.
Right, here come the gang of 4 then. Oh, Rooker's going to have a look at the lead. Here we go. That's the... I think is that Rooker or Finnis? Kind of silly coloured from this distance. And that is a change for the lead. This is overall terms. Now that is Finnis who's taken over the front running. Actually, can you see Travis? He's a bit taller. He's only a young lad, but he's quite a tall young lad, a bit like Max Hardy.
Yeah, they do seem to grow bigger these days.
They certainly do. Over the line, the gang of 4 go, and the fastest man amongst that gang this time round, it was indeed Creasy, who's got that gap down to half a second.
And the first man in the 39 so far. With a 1:39.996.
Was this one of the classes where we saw the lap record disappear? It was indeed. Yep, Dan Messer's lap record of 1:41. So yeah, we're well and truly under that in the races yesterday. Where are you looking? What are you looking for, boy?
Looking for this.
I'm looking at this one because this will give me the fastest laps. And 39.7 we saw from Morgan yesterday. 39.4 for Logan Stone. So Logan's still the lap record holder at the moment as we speak. We do know that Creasy is capable of turning in those 39s as well. And again, we've got a purple for Creasy out the back there. So he's most definitely not giving up on this one. There's somebody else is heading into the pits there as well, dropping down the field. That is Cham, actually, who's showing us being in the pits.
Creasy is up to 4th now.
Yep, found his way past on James Fern. Down we go into the hairpin, that Constantine effect into the Heineken hoop.
There's a little bit of a gap on the inside, and Creasy was looking for the inside overtake.
He's
now he's
going to go Goddard's. That's
overtake on the drive up to Goddard's.
Did say I thought he'd be on the podium overall, and he's definitely heading the right way about that at the moment. Over the line, and goes the leader in the twins. That is Toby Finnis. Behind him, Adam Jameson is holding in there, but Morgan Creasy is coming faster. Fastest lap then again for Creasy. What's
39.505
Not quite the lap record, but he's going to push on as hard as he can. Travis Rooker there in 4th place behind the 2 battling Super Twins. James Fern has now been relegated to place as well. Ben Brown's gone past on Logan Stone as well, but that's only for the overall positions. That's not a class change. Biswell does go past on Hayden Kilworth, so that leaves the Kilworth brothers separated by about 4 seconds, with the advantage going to Hayden at the moment. And James Sheehan stays where he is in the mix there.
Yeah, let's not forget Morgan Creasy's doing this fastest lap with overtake. So
that does make you wonder if he can just maybe shave those last few tenths off, which he needs to do to claim that lap record. Good little scrap going on here for the minor placings as well. It's coming up towards Goddard's now. We've got a good dozen or so bikes involved in that. Lots of rookies. Nobody breaking the lap record, but they're all having a great time there. I think it's Stuart May, Stuart Thurtle, Russell, Oakley, Kite all across the line within fractions of a second of each other. And it's good to see Andrew Kite's Ducati actually not coming over all Italian on him today, which is
that's 5 whole laps there.
Yeah,
all in a
row. Ian Patterson will take a bow for that one quite happily. Race is not over yet though. Goddard's again then for the leaders. Around they come. They are definitely going to find a back marker or so. And that is still Finnis from Jameson, from Creasy, from Rooker. Rooker looks to be quite fast there. Yeah, he has indeed gone purple in the second sector there as he tries to stay on board with Creasy. All of them, they're all in the 39s that time round as well. 39.6, 39.8, and yeah, all very quick indeed. Definitely the hot pace is 39s. Now, what was the Super Twin lap record coming to this particular round? We're looking for a 37, so no, we've got to find a little bit more time. Now, I think that's one of the BSB guys who came out to play last year, Alfie Davidson, and very impressive time indeed. Well, that's the last lap flag going out, so the hurry-up flag has now gone out to the leaders. So if you're going to do something, if you have a plan, it's about now you need to execute it really as the leaders go. And we do see a change there because I saw the lights go out in a slightly different order. Not quite sure which change that was. I think it might have been Creasy on Jameson. Let's wait and see when we get a visual as they come out of the foggy S's down towards us. With the sun still shining, the wind's a little bit breezy here, but not too bad.
Is up to second now.
Okay, which is leading the class, of course, because Toby finishes the Super Twin ahead of him, so that's good news for him. Oh, Jameson gets right on the tail of Creasy there, nearly gives him the full Freddie Mercury treatment, but manages to hang on to it, keep it safe, and behind him, are we going to see a challenge? No, we're not. I wonder if Rooker is going to try and pluck off that extra place, even though it won't make any difference to his overall standings. Out of Goddard's we come, and it is indeed Toby Finnis who takes the overall win. Morgan Creasy, most importantly for him, takes the Thunderbike Sport win ahead of Travis Rooker, second of the twins.
The pole position for the next race with his fastest lap.
Yeah, absolutely. The all-important pole position, of course. However, pole position doesn't seem to mean much to Creasy, really. He'll take the win anyway. But so what was the fastest lap in the end there? 39?
39.505.
Not quite the lap record, so Logan Stone, even though he's down in 7th place, at least he can leave this race knowing he still holds the lap record just that little bit longer. Brilliant stuff. All right, rest of them over the field. Then it is Ben Brown, who's third of the Super Twins. Logan Stone is up next, and he finishes 4th of the Thunderbike Sport, so very much keeping his championship hopes alive. Hayden Kilworth, James Shen, Jordan Kilworth, and it's Swift, McLennan, Smith, Mulvin May, Sinker, Ransom, Wilton, and then Andy Houghton looks as he just comes across the line there, and that gives Andy 13th in class, 19th overall, which is impressive stuff from the back of the grid there for him. Though he's had a lot of practice, to be fair, because he has to do it every single time, unfortunately for him. So Andy adds to his points total, which has seen him score points in every round so far this year. Okay, we're going to have a very crowded grid coming at us next, because it is time for the Thunderbike, another Thunderbike race, this time the Thunderbike 500s as the last of the sports come across the line. It's okay, just have a quick look at the times. So, the CB 500s, go on then.